Hi, this is Rav James Jacobson Mazels with Orlev. I want to talk to you briefly and do a brief practice around one of our central prayers, the Shema. The Shema prayer has a very basic structure, at least part of it. There's a blessing just before the Shema which says, "We are beloved, we are loved." Then we say the Shema, which is a recognition of our sense of unity and connection. And then coming out of that sense of belovedness and out of that sense of connection, we offer love to the world. We love the divine. We love the world. And so we're going to do a brief practice together which just touches exactly those pieces, takes a moment to help us recognize our own belovedness. Takes a moment to feel that in that sense of unity and connection that comes out of love. And then allows us to offer that sense of love and care to others. So take a moment wherever you are to just find yourself a posture which feels supportive. Maybe just ask yourself, what's a loving way for me to sit right now? How could I sit that expresses my sense of being both beloved and loving? Take 2 or 3 breaths just to notice this experience of this moment. Notice that we're present in a physical form in the body. And now I want to invite you to start to think of people in your life who have loved you. Some of them may be people who immediately come to mind, who have loved you in some strong way. But many others will be people who you may not have thought of in years or decades. A favorite babysitter when you were a kid. Friends of yours from each period of your life. Parents of childhood friends that you just felt good going into their home. A favorite aunt or uncle or pet or grandparent. A mentor or a teacher. A colleague. Somebody you met randomly one day who was kind to you when you were having a difficult time. Somebody who helped you out in a challenging situation. So they can include people you have deep connections with. But they can include people that there doesn't have to be a deep connection. There's just some sense of, oh yeah, that person has some care and concern for me. There's some love. They may not have thought of me in decades, but if they did, they might say, oh yeah, hope that person is doing well. It can include people you've never met. Perhaps a spiritual teacher whose words have been powerful for you. When you think of that person, there's a sense of love and care coming from them. You may just be thinking about the divine and sensing, if you can, if that feels available to you, God's love. So we'll take now just another minute or two to bring up these people one by one. You won't go through them all. Hold their image in your mind's eye. And just feel yourself basking in their love and care. Allowing it to seep into you. Allowing yourself to just be bathed in those rays of love. If it's helpful, you might place words of well-wishing in their mouth and join them in that well-wishing. So you might say in your head and have them say, may this one know that they are beloved. May this one be happy and touch joy. May this one feel peace and ease. Whatever words feel appropriate to you, whatever well-wishing you need. As you think of these people and notice them, you might just notice if there's a few of them, 1, 2, 3, which feel particularly strong. And if they do, you can just have them sit in a kind of semicircle in front of you and together take in their love and care. As you're doing that practice, see if you can pause and notice what it is that love feels like. What's the texture of feeling beloved? Is it warm, cold, is it expansive or contracted? What does the actual experience of love feel like? So you're basking in this love of others and you're just noticing what it is to actually feel beloved. And it's okay if you don't have words for it. You're just trying to notice it and feel it in the body. Now for a moment you can drop the visualization and just touch into that felt sense of belovedness and of love. And see if you can notice how that belovedness does not have boundaries in the normal way. How it opens us up to a sense of connection beyond what we normally take to be our separate self. How it allows some expansiveness, some width to come into our experience. There might be a subtle taste of a sense of oneness. It doesn't have to be dramatic. We're just noticing the quality of love. And how that may connect to a sense of oneness, a sense of non-separation. You can just allow yourself to expand, to feel beyond any narrow sense of self, and allow love to be the wave we ride, to go beyond our conventional sense of who we are. Now take a moment again to imagine a particular person or 2 or 3 people who are loving to you. Imagine them again basking you in love. And now imagine also sitting in front of you somebody who you care for. We'll just start with somebody who you care for. On the inhalation, we're going to accept in the love of those who are basking us in their love. It's going to enter the body. And we might inhale and exhale again. And then on the next exhalation, we're going to send that love out to the person in front of us. So we're going to accept in that love, and we're going to use it as a way for that love to go through us and out into the world. Loving, caring for this person. Just as you used phrases before to accept well-wishing to yourself, you can use phrases now to send well-wishing to the person in front of you. So receiving the love, sending the love. Our system as a channel of love. Now just settling back into your space, noting how we touched love briefly, its openness, the ability to offer it to others, and just noticing how that feels right now. Who are you when you're present with love? Who are you when you know you are beloved? How might you take this with you into your day? Thank you for practicing with me.